All right, guys, my name is Lord Landon Faulkner, and I am the Lord. I do have a proper title, so you may bow to me later. Anyhow, this is con season, year one. Tips, tricks, tactics for a first-year exhibitor. Of you guys who are any of you exhibitors, I see you have an exhibitor badge. Is it your first year? First year? Anybody else? Are you guys thinking about getting into exhibiting?
Next year.
Next year? Okay. Hopefully you'll learn something. Anybody else? Just interested?
Yeah.
Good topic. Okay. Well, welcome to everybody. I'm glad you guys stopped in. This is going to be a little different because we're not going to talk about comics at all, really. Comics are completely subjective. That's not my job. What we're going to talk about is actually showing at shows. Okay, we're going to break it down real simple. Think of a military strategy. We're going to talk about how to prepare, transport, barracks, where we're going to stay, digging in, fortifying, and engaging the enemy, and that's our customers. Okay, so it's real simple. Hopefully you guys can get something out of this. Now I myself, as I said, am brand new, kind of. I, along with Nietzsche Hawkins, we are co-owners of Head Shrinkers Press. We're an independent label out of Cincinnati, Ohio. We've been around for about 3 years. We've been showing for 2 years. I've just gone through all this stuff. This is stuff that nobody teaches. Nobody explains it to you. You learn it the hard way. Hopefully, this panel can make it a little easier for you guys. So, come on in. No, you're fine. Come in, please. We just started.
Okay. Thanks.
We all introduced ourselves to each other. So, as I said, we're going to prepare. How to get ready for cons. You need to find your cons. Finding cons, we're not going to cover a lot. I'm not going to go into real depth. I go to 5 basic sites, okay, and I can go over these. There's geekcityguides.com. I'm waiting on him to write them. Con season year 1. Are you in the right bear? Are you? Okay. You had that confused look on your face. What the hell's he talking? geekcityguides.com, popculthq.com, and I can give you guys these at the end of everything. There's conventionscene.com, southernfan.com, which actually that one's pretty cool. It predominantly just does the southeastern portion of the United States for con list. And go figure, upcomingcons.com. That's hard to remember. So, and if you Google comic conventions, these will all pop up. So it's not real hard. You just follow the links, all that kind of good stuff. The other good way to get to cons is if you have a favorite con that you attend and you want to show at, you could go to the con and find out the information. So it's that simple. So what you want to do is after you decide what convention you want to go to, we're going to start, we want to plan out. Okay, we're going to prepare ourselves. We're going to do that by recon. Okay? Some of this stuff is going to sound stupid, and when I say it, just bear with me. We're going to break it down simple style. Google Maps is a beautiful thing. Google Satellite is even better. Before we get here, last night, I'm on Google Satellite. I'm looking at the place. I want to find out where to park. Is it inside, outside? You know, is there a connecting garage? Am I going to have to walk through the sleet and the snow in the middle of April to get in someplace? I've got to check it out. I also want to see what's around. There's some fast food out here. Con food can be expensive. That lunch truck isn't too bad. But some of these places, the food is outrageous. So if you can walk out the front door and go a block down to Subway, save some nice money. If you're getting into this business to break the bank, I don't want to burst your bubble, but you're not going to do it. So going to Subway is nice. McDonald's dollar menu is even better. So, come on in. Come in.
Oh, I just was checking for, I was looking for something, sorry.
Oh, no, you're good. Thank you. Okay. Also, check out your hotel. How close is it to where you're showing? Make sure you know how to get from here to there and back. Okay? Being lost in a foreign city is miserable. If anybody's ever done it, I drive a truck for a living when we're not making comments. Trust me, I'm lost every day someplace. It's horrible. Knowing where you're at, that's a big part of it. Okay, it's just a little pre-planning, 5-10 minutes, you're done. Boom. Also, this is going to sound really weird. What kind of vehicle do you drive?
Mid-size car, sedan.
Mid-size sedan?
Yeah.
Okay, do you think you could haul a 6-foot grid wall in your sedan?
Uh-huh.
No. So would you want to bring a 6-foot grid wall to a con. No. You want to make sure that if you're going to do something crazy, like have a great big display, you have the right vehicle for the job. All right? You're not going to bring your Prius if you have great big giant. You drive a Prius, don't you? Yes, you do. It's just a goofy little car. All right, so, but you're not going to put great big metal grid wall in a car like that. So you just want to think forward. Small banners, retractable stuff, things like that. It's perfect. You see a lot of them out there. There's a reason. I've made that mistake. I've had to take a pickup from Cincinnati to Traverse City, Michigan to haul 6-foot grid wall that it takes 3 guys to move inside and set up. It's miserable. Happened one time, threw it away. So, went to retractable banners. Nobody tells you how to get to a retractable banner though, do they? You just got to walk around and be like, where'd you buy that? And you sound like an idiot. So, build a sign. Just write that down, okay? If you're going to get a banner, build a sign. That's where I get mine. $80, boom. They're great. All right, so now we're going to get here. So we just talked about your vehicle. Again, some of this stuff seems stupid simple. You fill up your gas the night before, okay? You pack the night before. It's miserable. We came up this morning from Cincinnati. Had to leave about 6:30 in the morning. I don't want to get up at 4 in the morning to have to go get gas, pack the car, get ready. Then I get up, put my shoes on, get in the car, go. It's all done. It's easy. Of course, you pass half a dozen accidents getting here because of Mother Nature's on the warpath for some reason. I don't know what you did, but quit it. So, pack before, gas. Also, come on in. Come in, you're fine.
Not the God's advice.
Wow. With the same thing as Google Maps, Google Satellite, Google Map, know how you're going to get here. Okay? Have a map, have a plan, do all that good stuff. It's just simple stuff, but until somebody tells you, sometimes you don't think about it. So, also make sure you plan your stops, routes, and here's a great tip, and most people do it, but you don't think of it on road trips. Gas cards, as far as rewards cards. Get rewards cards for your hotel, get rewards cards for your fuel. Make sure you get national chains. All the truck stops have rewards cards. And here's the crazy thing. This is going to sound nasty, but if you're going to do a long series of cons at some point, 14 weeks, you're never going home. All those big truck stops, they have showers you can buy. So you can sleep in your car. And if you fill up there, you get rewards points, and you can redeem those for showers. So you can sleep in your car. If you have a van, drop down that nice bench seat, boom, you're sleeping in the van. It sounds goofy, but it's like camping, so we're all happy, all right? So rewards cards, get points, do all kinds of stuff like that. Buy in advance, we talked about it before. Con food's expensive. Bring your snacks, bring your pop. If you get a hotel room with a fridge or a microwave, take your own stuff. Cook your ramen noodles in the hotel room. There's no need to go to some fancy schmancy hotel place every night. Just take it with you. We're talking about saving money. We're young exhibitors, new exhibitors. It's about saving money because we're not going to be tearing them up on the floor every time. Most people's money is already spent before they come in the door. This is a great show, free to get in. But you go to the big conventions, it's $20 to get through the door. Jim Lee's in the back of the room. Tony Moore's in the back of the room. Well, we know we're going to spend 20, 30, 50, 60 bucks to get their posters. Then you go Joe Schmuckatelli over here who's trying to hawk a $5 book I've never heard of. And there's about 100 of us guys. And we're all fighting for that $5. So any $5 you can save from spending is better when you make that money. So always plan ahead. Have a return plan to get home. Sounds so dumb. I'm going to say that a couple times. I've heard exhibitors sitting at the table saying, I have to sell at least this many books to have gas to get home. Exactly. And you just want to kill them. Why would you leave to go to a con hoping to make money to get home?
It's like the betting with a red check on the slots.
That's it. You're killing yourself before you're already in the hole. Make sure you can get yourself home. There's shows you're going to break it. There's shows that are bust. So just always have a plan. When you get there, hotels, It's a great thing. They're beautiful, wonderful. But you don't have to buy the host hotel. And, you know, people are never going to want to hear me say that. Host hotels are nice. They can give you a deal. But a lot of times those deals are still more expensive than if you drove 10 minutes outside of town and went to the Red Roof Inn. You go 20 minutes outside town and you, whatever, Motel 6, whatever, Holiday Inn, go a little bit outside of the radius, you'll get a much better deal on your hotels. Get rewards. I think the rewards program I have is every 10 nights you get one free. Those add up after a while. So that's a good thing to do. Now the host hotel, a lot of people stay there, you get a mingle, you get a network, you know, the after party, this, that, and the other. There's nothing saying you can't go do all that and then go to your own room. Unless you plan to sit at the bar all night, and then if that's the way you want to be, then I'd say probably stay at that hotel room. So again, same thing with the hotels, know your surroundings. If there's a nice place to go and eat, walk down the street, go to McDonald's, go to an Applebee's, go to Fridays, go to someplace cheaper because hotel restaurants are notoriously more expensive. So it's just simple things like that to save yourself money and to take better care of yourself and to make your dollar go a little further. So we're here, we're ready. Now we're at the con. We're going to dig in. When you get to the show, you're normally always going to check in. Get as much information as you can. And I mean, get the floor plan, know who's around you. It's always kind of cool to sit next to people that you know, especially once you show for a while, you get to know more people. And you have your con family. You see people, hugs, laugh, you have your inside jokes, all that kind of good stuff. All right? It's great to get to know those people because you're going to be sharing tables. You got to have to sit next to somebody all weekend. And if you can't stand them, it's kind of miserable. So, you know, it's just the way it is. When you get there, you want to also find out panels. Not just do you want to go, but what are some of the bigger panels? Okay, if you go to a Wizard World or something like that and the cast of Walking Dead is going to have a panel at 2 o'clock on Saturday, the room's probably going to empty out. And there's going to be nobody walking the floor very much because everybody's going to want to go see the cast of The Walking Dead for the most part. Seems like a pretty opportune time to get up, walk around yourself, go grab lunch, use the restroom, kind of just stretch your own legs. So you want to take opportunities of that. Same thing in effect. Know where all that stuff is. The more time you're away from your table, the less time you have to spend, or less time spend trying to sell merchandise. So we want to be at our table as much as possible. So know where everything's at, kind of have an idea, and also if there's panels that you really want to see. If you want to be the guy in the front row for the Walking Dead panel, you want to make sure you're in the front row. So be a good neighbor with those people, to your con family. If you only buy one table, you only get one table. It doesn't mean you get a table and then 2 foot of this guy's table. Be a good neighbor, okay? It's etiquette. Now, if that guy doesn't show up for the first day and a half, there's nothing wrong with grabbing a staff member and saying, hey, could I spread out? Maybe they'll let you, maybe they won't. We had a great opportunity a couple weeks ago at Horror Hound in Cincinnati. Some people didn't show up. We not only took 2 tables instead of 1, we relocated to the main room and just had probably quad the amount of foot traffic. It turned out to be an amazing day. So these guys weren't around. At the end of the day, grab a staff member. Hey, can we move here? Take all this. They're not there. Take it. Nobody else is going to sit there. It's just empty tables. They'd rather have a nice full-looking room than you walk up and down the rows with nothing. Also, if you don't like where you're at, it doesn't hurt to ask about moving, but I wouldn't make a bunch of waves about it if you can. So use your table and your table only. Great way to use table space is go vertical. Little crates, stands, shelving, go vertical. If you have a lot of prints, if you're an artist, having that back wall of a grid, hanging stuff. Vertical space is unused space. So it's a great way to use as much as you can. We made this mistake at our very first con. If somebody comes up and wants to buy a book, gives you a 20, you might want to be able to break a 20.
Yeah.
Have a bank. That is huge. It's just ridiculous to say. It seems like something simple to think about. But until you're sitting at the table and somebody walks by and is like, how much are these? I don't have money for them. And you gotta run through the hotel room asking if they can you make change for 100? Have a bank.
And then also, if you can, if you use a smartphone at all, have a cube or have something, one of those little beep operators you stick on smartphones that can process credit cards.
Yep.
Those will save you so many sales.
Well, absolutely. So have the bank, have the ability to take credit cards. Credit cards are huge, especially the new with the chip. Okay, there's two kinds. You can get your basic card reader, and you can get those from Square for free. Or you can upgrade to the $50. It takes a chip, the new chip. Boop, boop. So those are all the rage now. Apparently they're mandatory or something. I don't know what the deal is. So, excuse me. Tail end of a little cough. So. All right. Make plans to make your table different, some way, somehow. We're out there at B16. If you happen or have seen any of us, myself, or you turn around and look at Nietzsche standing right there in the corner, this is how we dress for every con. You cannot miss us walking up and down the aisles. And if you walk up and down the aisles, you won't miss us when we're standing behind the table. On top of this, the top of our table is metallic copper material. It is loud. We are very loud. We dress this way on purpose. We draw attention. Now, if I see one of you at a show next to you and you dress this way, I'm going to poke you in the eye. This is us. Don't do it. It takes a certain type of talent to pull this jacket off. Not everybody has it.
Talent, yeah.
Yeah, it's talent. It's pure talent. It's all confidence. So make your table different. Okay? Look different, seem different, have a different style setup. One of the craziest tricks is when you're walking table to table to table, 2-inch gap. Separate your table by 2 inches. It's a visual break to people, and they'll stop. And it's just something in their brain just clicks. Something different. That's all it takes. Something different. Simple as that. That's why it's fun to be at the end also. We're right between two sections of tables. So there's a visual break at the end of our table automatically. Plus the color of our table. We take our banner, we set it up. We have our tote boxes, and then we put it up on top of the tote boxes even. So that our banner is about a foot higher than everybody else's. Just little things, visual. It's just all subconscious to people. You guys have all seen all the stuff about casinos. They do the carpets in wild patterns to force you to look up. So you look at the machines. There's no windows. There's no clocks in casinos. It's all to mess with you subconsciously. Same thing. You want people to stop at your table. And that's what we're trying to do. Because it's all about foot traffic. Okay? Banners, business cards, flyers. You have to pay for tables, you have to pay for banners, business cards, and flyers. This stuff will add up. Things like Vistaprint, Sticker Mule, Sticker Guy, all these places are great. They all have competitive prices. One of our publishers, we're the publisher, one of our printers for the publisher, he actually, we just found out, does all that kind of stuff on the side also. He's great. It's called Page by Page. Check him out. He's got great prices on a lot of good stuff. These are all things that you want to use for your business. People walk by, they may not be able to buy that poster, but they can take a card and contact you later. Freebies are nice. We do stickers. Stickers on our table are free. Little 2-inch full color stickers. Has our name and our website and our little logo, our little horse head. Boom, free. We're throwing them out everywhere. We don't care. So now it's time to deal with the customers. We're going to engage people. This is an art form to a point. I have a rather eclectic background. I was a professional stand-up comic for almost 15 years. I've acted on stage, I've been on TV a few times, I've done a film, low budget, nothing nobody's ever going to see, but I don't mind talking to people. I don't mind hearing the sound of my own voice all day long. It's a gorgeous thing to me. It does not bother me in the least. Talking to people for some is a little nerve-wracking. But it's just one of those things that you learn and you kind of get used to. Now, for me, some of the key things, and this is a bad habit that we started and we've had to break ourselves up, we like to stand up behind our table, greet people as they walk by, say hello, say hi. We don't bark at people. It's a stereotype. Everybody in this building is somewhat stereotyped, okay? We all know the stereotype. We're meek. Everybody came out of their parents' basement for the day to hang out together, okay? Thank God it's snowing. We didn't have to deal with the sunshine. It's a great thing. Or we all be out in flames in the parking lot, all right? It's a stereotype, but there's a reason. Because predominantly speaking, we have a little bit meeker, milder clientele.
More introverted.
A little bit, a lot of it, introverted. That's a great word, Wick. Barking at them just runs them off. Saying hello, if they don't want to stop, let them go. This whole thing, and if you guys have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Can I tell you about my comic? No, you're scaring people. I've had a person that worked with us sit behind the table, and from 5 feet away, how you doing? Hey! You scare people. They don't want to come to your table now. But when they walk by, you're standing up. Hello, how's your day? You buy anything good today? I don't even care about my table yet. I don't sell my table until you touch something. That's just my personal way of doing things. Until you interact with my table, it's small talk. And for the most part, I'd rather do that. Until somebody actually asks me about a book, I just like to talk. Once you start touching books, I'll tell you about the books. And if you want them, you want them. If not, we'll just talk about books. I don't care either way. Small talk. Sell yourself, and they'll buy your stuff. That's a key point. Sell yourself. People buy you before they buy your book. You find a really cool creator, artist, writer, publisher, somebody like Head Shrinkers Press, those guys are awesome. So you meet people that you really kind of gravitate towards, and naturally you're going to have the inkling to buy stuff from them. So, yeah.
Quick addendum. Eye contact.
Oh, huge.
Learn it. There's a big difference between staring and a friendly and a smile, or
I prefer
just
the
watching
creepy leer.
somebody as they go by. Yeah. You realize that people are going to be looking at your face at all times, pretty much. So whether or not you're learning to be comfy with this and learning how to make eye contact when you talk with them without being intrusive, to me it made a difference.
Absolutely. Now the big kick with that is, if you're an artist and you're working at your table, you're drawing, people are going to stare at the top of your heads most of the day. But having a booth babe, somebody that can work your table for you while you're working, is a big help. So it's a matter of what you do at your table. If you do all your artwork off-site, which I do know people that do that, then you just work your table. If you have to work and do commissions at the table, having a second person that can work your table is a huge advantage. But if you do it yourself, you just work, look up, work, look up. So,
Make the connection.
always, that's what it's about. People, people, okay? Don't bark, talk to people, interact with humans. I know, it sucks, but so, I can't, yourself is what you're here to sell. Your product is what they're gonna take home. So, know your pitch. Knowing your pitch and being able to concise, short, intelligent, 1 or 2 sentences at the most. Spit it out, let them move. There is a lot to look out there. There is a whole lot. I would love for us to have just lines of people waiting to see my table, but for some reason they don't. There is a lot. If somebody can walk by and I can tell them exactly what I have available in 1 to 2 sentences, that's the goal. Give them the information, let them go. They either come back or they don't. That's their choice. Like I said, we're all fighting for that leftover little crumb of money. Now, the beautiful thing about this place is it's all predominantly independent creators. there is no ruling class of artists here, really. Not that it's a bad thing or a good thing or anybody's one way or the other.
They're all equally small potatoes.
Yeah, exactly. When you go into a Wizard World or New York, C2, E2, places like that, independent creators are kind of small fish in a big pond. Here, the nice thing is we're all the same size, and it makes it for a nice day. We can meet some nice people, see some great art. There's some absolutely amazing artists, and get some good deals on some books that you may not have been turned on to before. So, in a nutshell, that's what we're doing. Prepare for war. Get yourself ready. Plan ahead. Okay? Travel smart. Stay smart. Okay? Show smart. That's what it all comes down to. So, I don't know how long they want me to babble on. I can stand here and, you know, dance a soft shoe or something like that. Does anybody have any questions, comments, public opinions, personal debates? Hey, what's up, Batman?
I had some questions about, like, as an exhibitor,
Yeah.
what do you expect or what would you like the con to offer? Like, what services, what tools?
Sacks of money would be nice. They give you a table. After that, it's on you. It's all on you. I mean, you're bringing your goods. They give you a place to show your stuff.
But I mean, are there any, like, little, I've tried to run a few cons and they don't work.
Well, Wi-Fi is always nice, especially for people that do have card readers, stuff like that. Solid, constant Wi-Fi. Electricity is a bonus. A lot of places, you can't have electricity in the middle of the floor. So a lot of places, they charge extra for electricity because they have to specifically place you in certain places.
Working restrooms are kind of a big one.
Well, you know, that should be without a question.
Should be, sometimes it's not.
What, I don't think I'd want to show a con that I couldn't go.
Bingo, that's why you checked out.
So, but things like that, Wi-Fi, that'd be the biggest one. Make sure that you have concessions of some sort. I mean, they have the food truck out here. I was kind of surprised to only see one, but I guess some others didn't show up. Apparently there's supposed to be a coffee truck out there, you know.
What could have been?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, at least here you're off the main road and you got some restaurants out in the shop.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, that would be something
Location
else,
is a big
you know,
part of it.
being in a generally populated area would be nice. So, that help you at all?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Prius.
Hi. Yeah, would you recommend using the social media tool between the con or for yourself?
Both.
To like link it? Okay.
Absolutely.
So just all out, all day?
The social media is a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Absolutely, we all know that, you know. Using the con social media
Mhm.
is great because you're promoting them, which they love, but you're also putting your name on another site. Then you use your site. So now you're on two sites. We do it all. We have a YouTube channel, we have Twitter, we promote on their site, we've been published on their site. We have Instagram, what else am I on? Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, our website. And we link it all so that when we publish something, it just blobs out everywhere. So, I mean, is that kind of what you're looking for, or?
Yeah, there was a comment that I was reading somewhere, like posting on con websites can open up for like negative comments beforehand for
Mhm.
initial exposure.
Yep.
I wasn't sure if that was a risk or was
It's, as a young exhibitor, I would say that's a personal choice. I mean, nobody knows you, so how are they going to slam you if you've never shown anywhere? You're nobody. Well, I know I'm nobody. That's why I'm trying to become somebody.
The only thing to be really cautious about is if the con has a reputation or kind of promotes an attitude that you don't want linked to your name. That's where research comes in handy.
That's a matter of knowing cons.
Yeah.
We've done them both. We've done some that were amazing. We've done some where we just stand there and talk all day. It's just a matter of live and learn, you know? If you go and do a con that's $10 tables, there's probably a reason it's $10 tables. Not saying that when you go and spend $250 for a table, it's going to be a $250 table con either. Because we've had conventions like that where we go home kicking tires because we spent $250 and are going home to eat ramen noodles that week. So, social media is great though. I highly recommend social media for a new exhibitor and link it. Because especially just, I'm going to be here, I'm going to be here. You don't have to say this is what I do or anything. I'm going to be here, I'm going to be here. Every time they do it, I'm going to be here. If you can afford it, also being a sponsor for things. They have the Space Awards. If you're able to, sponsor a Space Award by advertisement. If you have your program, sir, you have yours right in your hand. If you could, turn to the very back inside cover. What's that a promo for?
Head Shrinkers Press.
Could you hold it up for me?
Yeah.
It's a full color promo. Head Shrinkers Press. It's not bad. Every single person that comes through the door has one, don't you?
Creative guys. Well,
No, it wasn't. So, anything else? Anybody? 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 Bueller? Bueller? No? So who here is an artist? No artist?
that's a loose definition.
Well, in what way? Do you draw or you, I mean,
Right.
write, that's a writer. Artists make pictures. Artist, writer. We write with our colored, watercolored tongue. So you're right. Do you have a working comic or are you working on a comic?
I write books, actually.
Oh, novels. Okay, very nice. See, novelists, there are some great cons where I watch novelists burn down the house. See some cons where novelists sit there and just read their own book all day. So, it's very different. So, what's everybody else got going for them? Talk to me, people, talk to me.
My
That-
husband is an artist, and I support him doing this. We've just been doing it for about, this is going into my second year of just starting to do that generation.
So does he work at the table
Sometimes he draws at the table.
and you work the table for him?
I'm a little more outgoing than he is. So.
It's a perfect match,
Yep.
combination.
So it helps, because I think what you said when I walked in about how to talk to people, that's really, really important.
That perfectly holds up the idea we were talking about. As an artist, having somebody able that can work your table. So,
Yeah, it's hard to do a con on its own.
it is. Even just,
If you can find
I-
a buddy, yes.
Yeah.
I do a lot of cons by myself. Nietzsche's a family man, you know, we both are, but he has kids and all that good stuff, so he doesn't always get to travel out of town like I do. So I do some alone, but we're a publisher. I don't do artwork at the table. I stand there and look this good all day. Don't laugh, that's not funny. So, that's what we do. So it's easier for me. I have a retractable banner. I'm not doing artwork at the table. So it's easy for me to sell books and do my thing. So, you said this is your first year showing?
Yeah,
What do you do?
I write comics and my partner draws.
Okay, so your team, you independently release and all that good stuff?
Yeah, we've got a website we put them on. And,
So you do webcomics?
yeah,
Very nice, cool. So this is is this your first show?
yeah,
First show ever?
yeah.
Nice. How's it going for you guys?
Few bucks.
Hey, selling anything's a good day.
Yes.
That's the way I look at that. Is there anything that you've learned today that you didn't know yesterday about showing at a con?
Well, PVC pipe is popular. For background, we haven't really thought about like a big sign.
Yeah.
Light, easy
So
to
we're
carry.
thinking about doing that for next, what did we do?
Modular, that's the big thing.
Well, I guess that's the vertical thing.
Yeah, well, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Comics, do you have your books laying down?
Yeah, laying down, we didn't do anything loud like you mentioned, it's pretty bland.
It's a growth process. You'll walk around today and be like, that's a great idea. So you're gonna go home next week and I got some of those, right? So, I'm sure you two have already talked today.
Yeah.
We need to do that, we should do that, we're stealing that idea.
Yeah.
Don't steal my jacket idea though, that's mine. So, good.
If there's one in 10X, I'm gonna steal it.
You know what? These things are hard to find. It's taken me a while to find this kind of jacket. So, I don't know. I'll look. So, but good, I'm glad. What's your comment? Tell everybody.
Bacon Wrapped Frog Productions. We have a,
Just stop. No! Of all people. I hate frogs. I do. I hate frogs. Of all the people to show up.
Basically, a white 1 panel, 4 panel, pretty small comics, similar, like Far Side type of humor.
Nice. Excellent. I think you're in the section behind us. Where are you at? Tell everybody.
A16.
A16. Everybody go see Bacon. Those.
Bacon.
Yeah. We'll just leave it at Bacon.
See, people remember it. That was kind of one thing we learned from, like, we visited here. Like, get a name that has nothing to do with your comic. It sticks out.
Exactly. And where are you and your husband set up at?
C15.
C15. And is he an artist, just conceptual artist? What kind of artist? Is he a sequential?
He pencils, inks, colors, writes, letters, publishes.
Nice.
So,
Busy guy.
Single
One man
panel
show.
strips, comic.
Excellent.
Okay.
So I think you guys are in the back corner, aren't you, of the main room?
main room, yeah, center-ish.
Okay, all right.
C15.
I think, is anybody else showing here besides us? We're over at B16, we're somewhere kind of in the middle. I mean, you can't miss us. So if you guys get a chance, stop by, check out the garbage we got. They didn't know. You steal a sticker, whatever. So, does anybody else got any questions, comments, concerns, confessions, secrets? No? All right, guys. I mean, I hope you guys got something out of this and all that. So, thank you all. Have a good day.